Hey there and welcome back to another video. Now, whether you're a subscriber, regular viewer or first time looker on and you enjoy this content, please consider supporting me and my work by subscribing and spreading the word. Now, you might find my content a little different from that of other YouTubers, and honestly, I'd like to keep it that way. So let's tune out the noise of short-term price predictions, SPACs and the hot stocks of the week and actually learn something about investing. And as always, you can drop me a question in the comment section, and timestamps as well as sources will be in the video description. Let's get going. One of the clearest trends I see in society at large as an investor is the shift to a cashless society. The rise of e-commerce, smartphones and digital platforms helps push us away from traditional bank transfers, cash and checks, and over to cashless apps. And in the developed world, so Europe, US and parts of Asia, cash now makes up less than half of all payment volume. And digital commerce and mobile payments is projected to hit 6.7 trillion in the next 3 years, up from 4.8 trillion in 2020. And I think these billions of cashless users, and surely billions more to come, as well as trillions of dollars worth of transactions, present a huge opportunity for emerging digital players like the company I'm covering today. Square has grown from a digital payment startup a mere 10 years ago to one of the leading fintech players and is well on its way to becoming a multi-$100 billion company sitting at just shy of $100 billion in market cap today. The San Francisco-based fintech company is headed by Jack Dorsey, the CEO, who's also the CEO of Twitter, and the company pulls in revenue from multiple business segments such as cashless payments, in-store payment solutions, small business loans, and even the trading of Bitcoin. Whether you own a coffee shop, boutique, bar, or barbershop, Square can help you out with business debit card, card swipers, small business loans, payrolls, invoices, and even analytics for your operations. This is really Square's bread and butter and has helped the company grow into sort of a modern digital bank. While seeing strong revenue growth, almost 300% in 5 years, the company has also diversified its revenue sources, and while transactions made up almost 100% of Square's business back in 2014, it now only makes up 65%, with subscription and services as well as Bitcoin really gaining ground. And I think this trend will continue and evolve as Square leverages their ecosystem and the network effect it has to create additional revenue sources. Square's ecosystem and vertical integration gives, as mentioned, customers a one-stop solution for their small business payment solutions, financing, analytics, or payrolls. And I think the key to success will be Square's management of the data and network effect provided by such an ecosystem. And the symbiosis from this puts Square in an almost unique position with real-time front-end access to both consumers and businesses. Square has really snuck up on the established banks and payment companies with its digitally rooted business model and simple solutions. It's so a niche not being filled, a one-stop solution for everything needed to run a small business. And this has resulted in more than $100 billion in gross payment volume and more than $7.7 billion in funds extended to more than 420,000 small businesses that might not have gotten a loan anywhere else. And from this, Square makes its money from transactional fees and interest and fees on loans. Speaking of loans, Square offers loans to businesses based on their payment volume, and instead of an interest rate, they can choose to pay a one-time fee. And if need be, businesses can also pay down their debt automatically through a percentage of their daily sales. This allows businesses to loan money quicker, cheaper, and pay it down in a more fluent way, which accommodates for the ups and downs of actually running a business. As Square's own business has grown, so has the share price, let me tell you. showing an impressive run from $12 to $208 as of December 2020. A cool 1,700% return in just shy of 5 years. The stock has been trading at a premium ever since its IPO, and with Square's momentum combined with the almost endless addressable market in front of it, I think we can all clearly see why. I mean, it's still a small fish in the global $2 trillion payment industry, and more broadly speaking, the $26.5 trillion financial services industry. It's a popular stock amongst growth investors and especially young ones. And I think amongst traditional banks like JPM or giants like Visa, Square certainly presents investors with faster growth and pace of innovation. And it's sort of a digital crossover between banks and payment companies, something I think investors find attractive. Although facing tough competition from traditional banks, again like JPM or Visa, I think Square can carve out a decent size of the financial services market because of its ecosystem, digital platform and cryptocurrency savviness. You see, a bank might lend you money, Visa will issue you a credit or debit card, and Coinbase will allow you to trade Bitcoin, but Square provides it all. As a cherry on top, and a rather large one at that, Square has also created Cash App, which has quickly become the most popular cashless payment app in the US. With over 30 million monthly active users, Cash App presents a fast-growing and potentially lucrative revenue stream if the company manages to monetize its users. The app has taken on almost a life of its own and will undoubtedly grow into its own ecosystem. And users can already receive paychecks, save money, and trade shares as well as Bitcoin through the app. And according to ARK Invest research, Cash App can draw in $260 in revenue per user, and with a projection of 75 million monthly active users within 5 years, the app alone by 2025 can generate more than $19.5 billion in revenue for Square. ARK also points to Cash App being a potential disruptive force, as Square can use it to facilitate payments directly between users and sellers. So instead of paying fees to third parties for almost every transaction Square facilitates, they can take home all the money, immediately boosting overall revenues and margins. I highly encourage anyone interested in research on disruptive companies like Square to check out ARK Invest and their research. It's in-depth and straight to the point. I really like it. You can find it over at arkinvest.com or ARK Invest on YouTube. So overall, I like Square's ambition and its uncompromising expansion into segments mentioned like cashless payments, Bitcoin trading, and even their own merchandise. And since Square is now likely too large to be acquired by bigger players like Visa or MasterCard, I don't see the expansion stopping there. Credit cards, broker services, mortgages, or countless investment products are all avenues open to the up-and-coming fintech company, but for now, I don't think it needs to go down those roads. I mean, Square has barely tapped its potential market, and growth in their current revenue segments, as well as shoring up the balance sheet, should be its top priority. And shoring up the balance sheet the company has. Square currently holds over $1 billion in cash, pulls in $375 million in net income, and $403 million in free cash flow. And the business holds more than $4.5 billion in assets. Square has also shown growth across all key figures: revenue, income, margins, and cash flow, and has done so consistently while expanding the overall scope of the business, increased amounts of revenue sources, and seized opportunities where it has seen them. I've personally been impressed with what Square has achieved over the years, and I see the company taking part in promising trends like cashless payments, digital banking, cryptocurrency, and overall the democratization of small business loans. And I think this, combined with an ambitious leadership, impressive numbers, and solid balance sheets, makes Square a must-have on your watch list. At least it's on mine. So that's it for now. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something about investing today. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when my next video comes out, and I hope I'll see you then. As always, take care and thanks for watching.